All right. All right. Hey, we're coming up here in a second. I'm kind of excited for this because it is really cool. A recording from about a year ago with Tommy Chong, in which I got a chance to discuss with him his experiences in Michigan and getting the key to the city in Hazel Park and bringing his brand to Michigan, working with the people here and his history in the area. And it's all very interesting, and
it's a good one.
We have it lined up here for you today.
You know, when I started, it was just a very simple little joint that would help me, you know, with my music and with my attitude and with my, you know, because back in the day, you know, we never had anything. You know, we never had money. We, you know, especially musicians. You know, we were sleeping in some girlfriend's garage sometimes, or on the couch. But we always had the magical plant somewhere around. You know, there was always a joint to be had somewhere, and as long as you had something to smoke up, life was good. And you know, especially Detroit area, you know, back in the 70s, you know, or late 60s, late 60s, when they had the riots.
Yeah, 67.
It was the weed that kept everybody normal and calm and collected, and we just turned all that anger, fuss into creative thinking, and it was, and it still is. It still is. It's the tranquilizer of the world.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yep, and of course, last year the city of Hazel Park gave you the key to the city, and you returned the favor with a joint to the mayor, and I think she was really excited about that.
That was a very well. You know, we have to go through that. We have to go through the political dance, and that's what it is. It's a dance, you know. Because the truth is, we've had a system in place for many, many years now where we grow and process and sell to people that need the medicine. And that underground market is thriving, even more so now than ever before, because now the fear of incarceration and the fear of being, you know, having mail opened because of the smell, you know, that those days are gone now. And so what we have to do is comply and take advantage of the fact that it's legal and help craft the laws to make them sensible. You know, because right now the government and the police are dancing around with trying to equate marijuana with alcohol, and that's just simply not the case. If anything, you want to equate marijuana with aspirin, because it works in the same way, and it should be regulated the same way. You know, we should have child-proof containers, which they do have. And that's what I've been doing with my marijuana. Now, what I do, I've been on a chemo treatment for the cancer that I had. And what I use my anti-chemo pill bottles with the child-proof lid to store my pot, because it's you know, it's a perfect container, and that's all we need, you know, to protect anybody, is that you got to have those childproof tops on your containers, and the problem solved. So, you know, we just got to treat marijuana like we would treat any medicine given to us by our Creator, and just enjoy life.
Well, you gave us a PSA last year for the MI Legalized campaign, and it ran up north for several months, and it got a lot of great response, and it was very helpful. And we really appreciate your support and interest in trying to pave the way for more business, or just more people not getting into any kind of stupid legal entanglement over just wanting to participate in growing some cannabis. And we're going to try to make that happen this year, so you can come on in and do what you need to do here, and get the quality and the standards and the proper philosophy behind a lot of this stuff. But
yeah, actually, I'm all for it, man. Like I said, in Hazel Park, you know, it wasn't just a symbolic gesture. It was a definite I really love Michigan and the whole area. You know, I'm Canadian, so you might as well say Michigan is like Canada.
Sure, yeah.
So
It's actually part of Canada that's south of Michigan.
Yeah. So we have that mindset of nothing else in common, and I want to continue to the point where I would like to get some roots, some real estate in that area. You know, I'm looking to create all sorts of. I've got all sorts of plans, you know, to revitalize that whole area of Michigan, and pot's going to save the world.
Yeah. Pot's going to save the world. I love that interview, Jamie. Good job, man.
It was a very good job.
He did a great job, too, at Hash Bash when we had him there. I got to tell you, you know, Tommy has a lot of energy for a man of his age.
Nobody's done as much in every single different area of this collective kind of movement as Tommy Chong has.
You know, I'm not afraid to say Michigan is the California of the Midwest. If you look at our radio broadcast here, we've talked about Snoop Dogg coming to the state. We talk about Tommy coming to the state. We have interviews you and I have both done with these guys. Come on.